What's good, Horror Horde? This is your boy Horror Gamer, and today we have another Horror Gamer reviews for you. So, with all that out of the way, just everything out of the way, let's just dive right into it, guys. Let's get it. That's right, guys. We have one hell of a review for you today. So, I was looking around. I was like, what am I going to review for my horror horde today? Then I saw it. And as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be diving into the review of the Saw 4K Steelbook edition. So, basically, this Steelbook is gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this artwork that we have for this Saw 4K Steelbook. It is so well done. I love that. I love the front here. I love the slip cover. This is what I like. I like the slips. That way I don't have to throw it in a Steelbook protector. They give you that 4K slip. And it looks like a TV screen. It's pretty awesome. And then you open this bad boy up. And then you have the discs. And the discs are really cool too. Like, you have the 4K on the left with like Jigsaw's face, and then you have the standard Blu-ray on the right there. And then you open this up and you take these discs out. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to scratch them. And then you got some, behind the disc artwork, which is like, it looks like a saw and a foot, like a hacksaw and a foot, because we all know what happens in that. So yeah, this Steelbook is beautiful. Probably one of my favorite Steelbooks that your boy Horror Gamer owns. And we're gonna go ahead and put that back in, and we're going to put the thing back on top. One more look at that back artwork. One more look at that front artwork. And then you got this little slip case here to make it look like a TV. And the Jigsaw is coming out the TV. But let's dive into the review, shall we? So basically, Saw is the story of this man, John Kramer, who he gets diagnosed with cancer. Okay? And he has like a time frame of life, and he tries to kill himself, and it's unsuccessful. He tries to drive his car off a cliff, and he even makes a note to saying, my body is killing itself from the inside, but I can't do something as simple as end my own life. So basically what he does at this point is he takes people who are either like abusing the system or trying to commit suicide or doing drugs or doing anything like that, and he puts them in these predicaments. He calls them games. He's like, I want to play a game. And he puts them in these games that he creates, these traps, and they have to pay a price to survive, or if they can't do it, they end up dying. So it's basically a game of life and death. And some of the traps that he put these people in are genius. Like this one girl, she's like a real bad drug addict, and he puts her in this thing. It looks like a reverse bear trap, where when it opens, it's going to rip her fucking face off. And she has to get the key before the time runs out. And, she has to kind of like pull forward, and when she does, the timer starts. And here's the kicker. The key is in she's locked in a cell with this guy laying on the floor, and Jigsaw tells her that he's dead. So the key is in his intestines, and she has to cut it out. Well, when she goes to cut this key out, he wakes up, and so he's alive. And so she has to make the choice: does she end this guy's life to save hers, Or does she let this guy live and get that reverse bear trap? Well, she fucking slices and dices. The same thing I would have done at this point. It's either me or you, and bro, sorry, it looks very vague for you if I'm in that predicament. But it's just the beauty of these traps. He doesn't kill the people because he gives them an option. Like, he makes the game winnable. He does. He makes the games winnable. It's just, he does it in a way that is illegal. He abducts people and puts them in these predicaments, but not once are they unable to win the game. He makes it fair. Now, later in the series, somebody takes over his work, and they kind of make the games unwinnable. But he makes them fair to the point where you will pay a hefty price. You're going to lose flesh. You're going to get fucked up. But after, basically, it's almost like a rehab in a way, where you survive this, you're going to come out of this with a brand new appreciation for life. And that's what his message is. It's almost like he's almost trying to save people from themselves in a way, because he puts them in these traps, but after you come out of this, you have a new appreciation for life. And he grabs these people who don't appreciate their lives, you know what I mean? And he tells them when he, at the start of the game, you're this, 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 and this, but now will you do what it takes to survive, where you see the error of your ways. Like, he does it very well, and it almost sounds morbid, but it's such a beautiful concept, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he's trying to help people in his own sadistic fucking way. Yeah, you're going to get fucked up. Yeah, you might lose a limb or two. Yeah, you might. But you have a chance. You'll have a second chance if you can get through it. And it's almost a beautiful thing, because sometimes people fall on hard times and they deserve a second chance. But unfortunately, sometimes people don't want that second chance, and they got to be pushed into it. And that's kind of like what he does. He's like he's like a genius with it, and his traps are just amazing. And this possibly has one of the greatest endings I've ever seen in my life. Where I'm not going to tell you the exact ending on how it goes. You're going to have to watch it and watch the ending for yourself. But what I will say is the way the music kicks in when the big reveal happens, it just gives you chills every time you've seen it. It gives you that, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It gets you pumped. And then after that, each Saw movie at their ending, when they give you the big climactic reveal or whatever, they play that Hello Zepp song, which is the theme song for Saw. And there's something about that last reveal, and then that music, and then it's almost like beautiful poetry to me, you know what I'm saying? It just meshes so well. It meshes so well. So, alright, Horror Horde, with all that out of the way, I will say this though. When I first saw Saw in theaters, I didn't like it. It's weird. I didn't like it. But this definitely was one of those movies that throughout the years, it grew on your boy. So, with all that said, and with that little tidbit and confession out of the way, what would your boy Horror Gamer give Saw? Unrated, 4K. Well, the 4K was amazing. It really brightened. It really popped. They did a good job with the transfer. The movie is just insane and beautiful and weird and just deliciousness. So, with all that out of the way, I think your boy Horror Gamer is going to give it 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect movie by far. There's a lot of movies that are better than this. But like I said, the reason your boy Horror Gamer gives this a 9 out of 10 is because the score, that big reveal at the end, and just like the message behind it. It's like, with everything going on in your life, like this is what I get from it. And it's weird, with everything going on in life, don't let the bad stuff break you, because, you can always come out a better person. And that's what I think this is. I mean, Is it a little extreme? Abso-fucking-lutely, but it's basically a metaphor of you can be in your darkest, you can be in the worst predicament, but if you can overcome it and not let it destroy you, you can have a better outlook. And that's the way I see it. So, 9 out of 10. Definitely check it out. Saw 4K, unrated. Definitely 100% Horror Gamer approved. So, alright, Horror Horde, with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this review as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And don't forget, if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button along with that dingly ding ding button. That way, every time your boy Horror Gamer throws up one of these reviews, you're in the know. Also, when you're done doing all that, head on over to the official Horror Gamer Patreon and see what kind of cool perks we got out there. We have, movie nights, Saturday nights. We have hangouts where we just talk and chill, horror, just amazing stuff, fun stuff. So go check that out. Hit that be a patron button. There's plenty of tiers you can get in on. And then after you're done doing that, head on over to the Z Network and see what kind of cool stuff we got going on out of the Z Network. A bunch of us creators got together, just threw all this deliciousness in one big pot and created something fantastic for everybody. So definitely come check that out. Then, after all that's said and done with, head on over to wherever you get your podcasts, whether it be Spotify, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, and check out your homeboy Horror Gamer and his homegirl Gabby Gore as we dive into the world of horror every week on Horror Haven LLC. Definitely check that out. Your boy Horror Gamer is going to leave links to everything I just told you in the description box below, because you know what? I'm going to take the guesswork out of it. Just go down there, click the links, and get in on all the excitement. So, but, alright, Horror Horde, with all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you guys. And until next time, this is your boy Horror Gamer saying, as always, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.